Good afternoon, everyone. It is November 6th, 2022. This video will be a plan for tomorrow's RTH session on the 7th. We don't have a lot of news for tomorrow. However, we do have elections Tuesday, congressional elections, that is, and then Wednesday, while we're talking Thursday, the big day is CPI and unemployment. Friday, we just have University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So Monday, what I'm expecting is a more normal session. Tuesday, we will likely have some more volatility than usual, however, nothing crazy. And then Wednesday should be a duller session as we await CPI. Right now, we're just looking at the weekly outlook. We have the first half of the year's VWAP sitting at 87 quarter on the full Globex session, 91 on the RTH. Quarterly VWAP sitting at 40 half on the RTH and 38 on the Globex full sessions. That is where we have caught the bid during Globex day, and we are ramping up towards what looks like the price gap close around 72 or so, which lines up with that new spike high being at I think 73 or 74. I think 74 or 75 is what it was at. So looks like we're heading up there. Let's go into what I'm looking at for tomorrow's RTH session. Let's zoom out for a second, and this is just the RTH thus far. We can get rid of the lines for a second. There we go. What I'm thinking of is on how to really divide this is our main sort of pivoty zone this October. I think that's 38, 30, 37, 33-ish up to 38.20. So this to me is kind of our main pivot that I want to be looking at. And of course, you can add context into that by adding some weekly values, right? We've got last week's value area low sitting at 37.58-ish, 37.60, sorry. That's where we found, that's where we closed on Wednesday's session. That's where we were unable to get above on Thursday. And it's kind of where we dilly-daddled between on Friday. So that 58 area has been important to me. The high of that zone, 38.20. Once we start popping that, we're above Friday's high. We're above the, what would it be? The past week's half back at 38.14. And we start entering value from Wednesday session, and we can look to move up towards that first half of the year's value area low at 75, or the prior week's POC at what was it, 82, I believe, or the monthly close right around 82 as well. So once you get above that 38.20, I think you start getting reversion into 82. So let's add the lines here. Ooh, a little ugly. Let's get rid of any sort of indicators and all that, and let's move on down to a 5-minute chart here. What am I looking for tomorrow? Well, we spent a lot of time on Friday repeatedly holding. I had the level at 16.5, and you can see that level held numerous times there, forming a triple bottom, trapping inventory, and then moving on up. So what I'll be looking for is to get long at 1975, just playing off of those trapped shorts. There is a chance that instead the stops get run and we run down to below the low of the day, maybe towards 11, which was our NFP spike low, and then start moving up. However, I'll just be hitting 19s long. I will be looking to short 44 quarter. 44 quarter being last year's close. That's where we did have resistance and support. It was a nice up and down level. And then on Friday's session, we did see it offer a bid. There was a bid here as well on the way down. A little hard to see. Nice resistance a few times, and then we did move on up. And during Globex, I'm not showing it right now, but during Globex, that is where we backfilled off of prior to getting our move up to wherever we're trading at right now, 65 or 70. So 44 quarter, I will be looking to get short there. 60, again, last week's value area low. If we do open below, I want to essentially see that we have strength. Let me see if I can find. There we go. Let's say we open at 30, find the bid at 19, move on up, blast, get a little bit of a sell, but ultimately move up above 60s. To me, this signifies strength that we were able to get above 44s, hold the bid at 19, and get back inside of last week's value. So the trade to me would be to take that value area long. Settlement highs also only being a couple points lower at 58.5, about 10 ticks lower, or sorry, 6 ticks lower at 58.5. So take that sort of that yearly open at 58.5, settlement highs at 58.5, last week's value area low at 60. Take this area long for a potential ride into that 4 p.m. close at 80. If we are, and the idea being that we fade the upward move at 80 quarter, that 4 p.m. close for a move back inside of value area, the daily value area. Value area high sitting at 37.73 quarter. Again, near that FOMC, or sorry, that NFP spike high, 74.75. So looking for that move back inside of value, back towards maybe weekly value area low at 60, or maybe breaking this and coming back below 44s and then moving on down, what have you. Now, if we start getting above this 80 number, I think we start to flirt with this 90 to 95 zone. 92, 92 half being October's value area high. I won't be looking to get short there. I think it's just been a mechanical area that we've used a lot. It was right around the high on Friday, that initial, what would it be, the IB or the opening range? I guess the opening range. It was the opening range high around 90. It supported the bid, and then we lost the bid and sold off of it again. So that 90, 92 half, and 95. To me, if we get back up there, I don't want to fade what could possibly be a trend move. And I don't necessarily want to get long there either. 0575, I believe, was not the week we just completed, not that week's value area low, but the week before that. That was where 05, that's why this 05 high of the day came from. It was the value area low. We rejected that value area, and that's near where we found the bid on FOMC prior to falling off. Gave a great bid. So instead of looking for a long here, where instead we might once again reject that value area and come back down and reject October's value area high, instead of looking to get long here, I'll just be looking to avoid it. If I short 80 quarter, maybe I do get run over, but you know, it is what it is. Once we do get above this inventory, around this 95 area, we'll have trapped all of this from Wednesday to Sunday's Globex and to Monday. So I will be looking to get long at 14 quarter. That's just representing last week's halfback. 14 and a half, I believe, also, or sorry, 15 being Wednesday's value area low. So it would be a long from the middle of last week's range for a move back inside of value, Wednesday's value, and having trapped all these guys below about 38.05. So that would be the move, and I would be looking to sell 34s, that being where we found the bid on Wednesday and where we sold off of. It's a little hard to see on the 5-minute candle chart, but we did sell off about 10 points, and we did find the bid when we were trading above. Again, a little hard to see on the 5-minute. And above that, I wouldn't be looking to really trade. Let me put it this way. I doubt we trade that. We're trading currently 100 points lower, and if I get either of these trades, then I'll be done. But if I was looking for a trade, it would be to either short 72 quarter, which has just been a very nice spot. That is exactly where we found the bid on Wednesday. Got a great bounce. It was a nice spot on Monday as well, and Friday's session as well. I would be looking at short 72s. However, I think the correct number might be more so the weekly POC at 82 or the monthly close at 82.75. Being cognizant that value area high from that Wednesday session sits a little bit higher at 88, so maybe the move would be to instead fade that second half of the VWAP at 91 or so. But anyway, leaving that aside, I don't think that'll be a likely scenario for tomorrow. So instead, what I will likely be looking for are a long at 19.75, short 44 quarter, long at 60 if we do open below, short 80.25 for the 4 p.m. close, long 14 quarter, and short 34. Hope that helps. It's going to be a little bit long, 10-minute video. There might be changes to the levels. Maybe that 60 level in particular, I might even just get rid of entirely. We'll see. any sort of those changes will be made pre-market and posted to Twitter per usual. And that, have a great day and trade safe.